This rusty old chisel looks like junk. But wait! In a few minutes, with a simple DIY method, the rust is gone and it's shiny and sharp again. Watch this surprising transformation until the end. This is a chisel that hasn't been used in a long time. Its surface is covered in rust, its color is dull, and its chisel blade is very blunt. If used now, it would barely cut wood properly. The tools we use are very simple and easy to find at home: Sprite, Cocabima, and Pepsodent. This combination will help remove rust and clean the chisel. First, we pour Sprite into a vessel or container large enough to submerge the chisel. After that, we add Cocabima and a little Pepsodent to it. Mix all the ingredients until evenly distributed. This simple solution will help soften and remove rust stuck to the chisel surface, making the cleaning process easier and the results can be shiny again. Once all the ingredients are added, stir the solution until evenly mixed. Make sure the Pepsodent is completely dissolved and doesn't clump, so the mixture works optimally in helping to loosen and remove rust from the chisel. Once all the ingredients are added, stir until well combined. Make sure the Pepsodent is completely dissolved and there are no lumps. If the mixture is still too thick, add a little more Sprite and stir again until the solution is completely even. Stir all ingredients until thoroughly mixed. Make sure the Pepsodent is completely dissolved, then add a little Sprite. Next, we take the rusty chisel. Then, we slowly dip the top of the chisel into the mixture we've made. We only dip part of it, so that later, we can clearly see the difference between the part of the chisel that is exposed to the mixture and the part that is not. This way, we can compare the results and see how effective the mixture is in helping to remove rust from the chisel. Before we dip the chisel into the prepared mixture, we first apply Pepsodent to the chisel's surface. Rub the Pepsodent slowly and evenly over all rusted areas, especially the chisel's tip. The goal is for the toothpaste to help loosen the rust and dirt that is stuck to it. Once all parts are well and evenly coated, the chisel is ready to be placed in the mixture we prepared earlier. After applying Pepsodent to the chisel surface, spread it gently to cover the rusted areas, especially the chisel tip. Make sure all areas to be cleaned are well coated. Pepsodent helps loosen stuck-on rust and dirt. Once everything is completely spread evenly and adheres to the chisel surface, dip the chisel into the water mixture we prepared earlier for maximum cleaning effectiveness. After dipping the chisel into the mixture, let it sit for approximately 12 hours. This allows the solution to work optimally in loosening the rust adhering to the chisel's surface. Now let's take a look at the difference after the chisel has been left in the mixture for about 12 hours. Earlier, the surface was covered with rust and looked dull and rough. After soaking, you can see that the rust has started to loosen and fade. The surface looks cleaner compared to before. This shows that the mixture has begun to work on breaking down the rust. In the next step, we will clean the chisel further so it can become shiny and sharp again. Next, we clean the chisel by wiping it gently with a tissue. Slowly rub the surface to remove the loosened rust and leftover mixture. As we wipe it, you can see the dirt coming off a little. The surface starts to look much cleaner and clearer than before. Continue wiping until most of the residue is gone and the metal begins to show its natural shine again. This step helps us clearly see the improvement after soaking it in the mixture. Next, we remove the tape that was covering the upper part of the chisel. After the tape is removed, the difference becomes clear. The part that was soaked in the mixture looks cleaner and brighter because some of the rust has been loosened and removed. Meanwhile, the section that was not exposed to the mixture still looks dull and rusty. This comparison helps us clearly see how the mixture works in reducing rust. Then we take a closer look and we can clearly see that there is already a visible difference on the chisel. The part that was soaked in the mixture looks much cleaner and brighter compared to before. Some of the rust has loosened and faded away. Meanwhile, the part that was not exposed to the mixture still looks dull and rusty. This clear comparison shows how the mixture has started to work effectively in helping remove rust from the surface of the chisel. Then we took a closer look and we saw a huge difference in the chisel's finish. The part soaked in the mixture looked much cleaner and brighter, while the part not exposed to the mixture still looked dull and rusty. This comparison shows that the mixture we used was quite effective in helping reduce rust on the chisel's surface. Now, the chisel looks much cleaner. For optimal results, we sharpened the chisel again using the bottom of a ceramic bowl or plate we had at home until it was sharper. Now, the chisel looks much cleaner. For maximum results, we can sharpen it using the bottom of a ceramic bowl or plate. To do this, simply rub the chisel blade gently on the ceramic until it feels sharper. This method is very simple because it can be done with tools already at home. It's quite an interesting trick and not widely known, but the results are quite effective in helping sharpen chisels. When sharpening a chisel, you can add a little toothpaste to the tip or blade of the chisel. Apply a thin, even layer of toothpaste before rubbing the chisel on the bottom of a ceramic bowl or plate. Toothpaste helps smooth the friction surface, making the sharpening process easier. This way, the chisel blade will become smoother, look cleaner, and feel sharper after several slow sharpenings. The chisel now looks sharper. However, when sharpening, be sure to do it correctly and slowly for maximum results. Continue grinding until the chisel blade is truly sharp and ready to use. Now the chisel is completely ready to use. Let's test it by trying it on a piece of wood. When pressed and moved, the chisel cuts through the wood easily. This shows that the chisel is completely sharp and ready to use. Thank you for watching until the end. I hope these simple tips are helpful and help you clean and sharpen your chisels at home.